4% of society that actually reads through the terms and conditions are basically the psychopaths who kill you in your sleep. Hello boys and girls, well, Coffeezilla is out with another video about scamming, and of course that means we're gonna react to it. So I don't know much about this. It was actually one of you guys who commented on in my previous video saying to watch it because it's fantastic. So here we are, we're gonna watch it tonight I should say, maybe tomorrow. It will be today by the time you're watching this. Anyway, let's get into that.
I'm scamming a scammer today, but I won't know if my plan works until the end of this video, because as I'm recording it, my plan hasn't really come together yet. So we'll find out what happens, but...
Oh wow, okay, Coffeezilla is improvising, boys and girls. The man of precision is giving the hand of fate a chance. Alright, this is getting interesting already.
Win or lose, the point of this video is to tackle one of my biggest pet peeves, which is scammers calling out other scammers to make themselves look good. I guess the logic is, oh, I can't scam you, I call out scams. And what kills me is that it actually works. People fall for this all the time, and it drives me crazy. So,
oh yeah, it's like the big brother, small brother complex. When the big brother kind of wants a little family rep in front of the parents, he kind of like puts shit on the little brother. So then in the parents' eyes, the big brother is the all wise and saint one, while the little one is the piece of shit. It does happen, it does work, it is the hierarchy of the family. Like... it is what it is.
So today, I want to flip the script on one of these people and attempt to have a scammer call themselves out. It's like Inception, but for con men. We could call it Conception? Dillon Danis is an MMA fighter famous for two
How is he gonna call himself out, though?
cage fighting and not fighting KSI. But on December 23rd, he decided to be famous for a third thing: calling out the scammers. He writes in a tweet, damn, Logan Paul is a scumbag. Feel bad for everyone he scammed. And of course, no one's gonna really disagree with this, so the likes rolled in.
I mean, at this point, shitting on Logan Paul is kind of like just free credibility. Just like, everyone's gonna love you if you shit on Logan Paul. Like, the videos I made on him did the absolute best by thousands. Like, I believe one of them almost got 5,000 views. In comparison, my normal videos would get anywhere between 200 to 900. So yeah, there's a significant increase in views when I shit on Logan. Because apparently people like watching that. Back to the video.
But what Dillon doesn't tell you is he also has a history of scamming people on Twitter. And what Dillon didn't know is that there was a detective watching him. That detective
Coffeezilla?
was not me, actually.
Oh.
I wish it was me. It was my buddy Zach XBT on Twitter who said, damn, Dillon Danis is a scumbag. Feel bad for everyone he scammed. And then Zach showed some tweets of Dillon promoting obvious scams, which then rug pulled.
Right.
Now, I was going to kind of leave it there, a little nice Twitter dunk, but it got me thinking. You know, deleted scam tweets are the internet equivalent of roaches in your house.
Oh.
In both cases, if you see more than one of them, there's a lot more you don't see.
There's a nest under your fucking bed. Yep, that's very true.
So I reached back out to Zach and I said, hey, good tweet, but I want to find out how many scams exactly this guy has promoted. So Zach started digging through the garbage bin of deleted tweets, and we found out pretty quick there were a lot more, but I realized it was going to take Zach some time to get through.
Okay, so you ask how many is there, and the guy responds, how many do you want? It's not even a question of quantity, it's just like, listen, you want 10, 20, 100? I'll give it to you, baby. Wow, okay, so Dillon Danis is a little piece of shit. I never knew that. I mean, I've known him to be mentioned when it comes to like exposing scams, but I've never actually thought that he would be involved. I guess he's the promoter of these scams then, as he would tweet about them, I suppose. Interesting. Little Dillon Danis, okay, alright.
The results we needed. So we're going to go back to him at the end of this video, but right now, I had a bigger problem, which is that to show this full scheme, I needed not only the number of scam tweets, I also needed to know how much he got paid for all this stuff, for these scams he promoted. So even after looking through the blockchain, I couldn't find anything. So I needed a social engineering approach to figure out how much he got paid. I wanted to trick Dillon into giving me the amount. The rough idea was to approach Dillon and say, hey, I created this dumb NFT project that's completely fake. How much would it cost for you to promote it? He gives me an answer and I have my price. But of course, I realized he actually knows who I am because he's tweeting about my Crypto Zeus series.
Right.
I can't contact him directly about this. I needed kind of someone who could reach out on my behalf, who like looked like he would be serious about selling you an NFT collection. And that's when I thought of my buddy Oompaville.
Why does that make so much sense? He's actually someone who I could imagine doing shit like this. I mean, to be fair, he did pay Nico Carlo to spend the fucking Christmas with him, hasn't he? So... And he's from Texas as well, I just remember. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Okay. Do you know what? I'm not even gonna lie to you. That face right there is definitely a face that I could imagine doing some shady shit. I'm not... Listen, I do love Oompa, don't get me wrong. I do love his content. I love the pod. I love the D-Fire podcasts. But at the end of the day, right... You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I think you know what I mean.
This is a guy who's actually really sweet in real life, but his particular profile on Twitter says NFT salesman 100%.
Oh yeah, the sarcasm with him is always there, isn't it?
Dylan on my behalf.
Okay,
and
that could work.
I told him to say, "Hi Dylan, I'm launching a crypto NFT platform called sour.gg and was wondering what your rate is for an Instagram story post or Twitter post for promotion. We can provide all the marketing copy. Please let me know as we're trying to launch relatively soon." Now, I guess as we wait for him to respond, let me explain that sour.gg, that website is not a real crypto NFT platform. Nothing in this video is a crypto or real NFT, so you cannot buy crypto from this. I want to be super clear as we talk about this. Not only that, the actual website we sent him to is just a landing page for one of Oompa's candy businesses.
Hold on a fucking second. Oompaville has a candy business? Boys and girls, we need to check this out after this video. What the fuck?
But it kind of looks a little NFT-like. There's like this little purple monkey thing in the corner.
Pink monkey, yeah, definitely.
So I thought it would fool Dylan, and I was actually right. Because Dylan immediately responds with, "Want to do a tweet?" And then I love this next part. "What is it?" I like the order of that, you know, like, "Let's promote it." And then underneath it, "What am I promoting?"
Oh, fucking hell.
And it's at this point I realized that
Danis,
this is not
man.
only my chance to find out how much Dylan gets paid for all these scam promotions, it's also my chance to test Dillon Danis. He says Logan Paul is so bad, he feels so bad for the victims, but let's see if he's so different. So I decided that this fake NFT project I would be pitching him was going to be just like CryptoZoo. In fact, to do this, I basically copied almost word for word.
There is absolutely no way. Okay, so to be fair, like, don't even lie to yourself. 96% of the people never read terms and conditions, so I wouldn't be surprised if Dylan actually just, you know, skipped this entire part, because the 4% of society that actually reads through the terms and conditions are basically the psychopaths who kill you in your sleep. No sane-minded individual ever reads the terms and conditions. I think we can agree on that. So, to be fair, as funny as this is, I wouldn't be surprised if he just completely skips the terms and condition parts. The promotional little text about what the actual business is.
CryptoZoo's white paper saying the following. Sour.gg may appear to solely function as an NFT collection, but it's much, much more. Sour allows users to earn sweet tokens that are openly traded via a yield that is based on the rarity of a given candy NFT. But just in case you didn't think it was obvious enough, I decided to leave Dylan one last hint. I signed off with a nonsense statement saying, quote, "Come obtain fun friends, enter exciting zones, indescribably lush.
The fuck does that mean?
Look out, adventurer." Now, this is a sentence which means nothing unless you lay it out by the first letter of every word. And then it spells Coffeezilla. So...
Oh my god. This is some sly shit Coffeezilla is doing right now. I love it. This is like some 007 fucking... Again, I would have never noticed this if someone just sent me this. You know, I would be like, what the fuck? It sounds like a Skyrim NPC. I wouldn't actually like figure out the Coffeezilla. I'm not as observant. Again, I'm not a psychopath. I don't analyze patterns, do I? Ugh. But yeah, this is great.
Don't say I didn't warn him. And obviously, even if I hadn't warned him, Dillon Danis surely wouldn't promote a CryptoZoo project, right?
I wonder if this is even legal, because isn't this entrapment? Or it would be in England. I don't know about the or at least Texas, but I'm pretty sure if you make someone agree to something to do with the intention of trapping them into a scheme, I don't know. That's an interest. I need to look that up later. I'm not too sure.
Because he feels too bad for the victims. He wouldn't promote something nearly identical. Oh, wait. He said, sounds dope. And then ETH? Question mark? And at this point, I'm just a little surprised by how easy this all is. Zero due diligence is being done here. We have created the weakest facade possible for an NFT scam, and he's just immediately on board. Of course, for a price. I mean, that is the one thing he actually did care about, which might not surprise you. And it's the one thing he actually pushed back on, because I told him I wanted to pay him $1,000, and he said, that's pretty low for me. So we negotiated and landed on a payment rate of $5,000 for a 24-hour post about our NFT project, which does not exist.
$5,000 for 24 hours. Fucking hell. Okay, so we don't know the actual numbers of these fucking scams he promoted, do we? But listen, the guy said, how many do you want? So I'm gonna assume there's like more than like, okay, let's just say there's 50, okay? That would be $250,000 just in promoting scams. That's a house of scams.
After we settled on that, he sent me payment information, which really established a lot for us. We got answers to most of our questions. First, how much he gets paid per post.
I wonder if the wallet is on the blockchain and he will be able to see the history of all the other transactions.
We also got an Ethereum address from Dillon, which I hoped was going to link to all his other payments, but I didn't give him enough credit here. Dillon gave us a brand new crypto wallet just for this transaction, which seems to imply that he probably makes new wallets for every new deal he does, which is pretty shrewd. And at this point, I realized I had a choice to make. I could take what I learned, present it to you guys, and stop this little charade I had with Dillon and make my video.
Or I could be going in true Coffeezilla's fashion and rip the absolute meat off of his bones. And I would assume that's exactly what he did, because we're only halfway through the video. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
And Dillon would just keep doing this because his fans wouldn't know. Or I could try to teach him and his fans a lesson in a bit of a different way.
Okay.
Which is actually pay Dillon to post a link to our fake NFT project. But the twist would be, as soon as he posts that link, it will become a website dedicated to every scam tweet Dillon Danis has ever done.
No.
And remember that this website would be linked by Dillon Danis himself to all of his fans.
Dude, that is such a low blow. Oh my god.
Directly showing them proof that he's scammed them multiple times. And we'll figure out how many times again in just a second, but I first want to say, I thought about this a while because this plan has its own risks. I mean, the number one risk is that Dillon just doesn't post and steals my money. And then the number two risk is, well, what if he finds out we duped him and then immediately deletes everything? We don't get our money's worth. So to remedy that, because I really wanted to do this plan, was to structure the payment so that I paid him $1,000 up front, but didn't pay him the rest until he kept the tweet for certain periods of time. And to my surprise, he agreed to the terms.
Of course he would.
So this is where I'm going to leave things with him. At this point, I have a lot of things to do before Friday, which is the day I told him this whole fake thing is launching. So I'm going to go do that and go get prepared for Friday. I will see you guys then.
Is he setting up an entire NFT project just for this? If he is, that's mental. Dude, this dude is dangerous. He is like...
All right. Good morning.
It almost feels like if one bad experience could turn this guy into like the biggest internet villain there is. It's almost like the Joker in the making when he was a good guy and then something tragic happens and he just fucking spirals down the rabbit hole. Let's just praise the Lord that he's on our side.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you slept well. I didn't sleep much at all. We're working really hard to get this whole thing figured out. So I'm just in the apartment right here, and we're gonna just get ready together here because I got a lot to tell you guys, and we don't have time at the studio to get it all done. So I got to prepare you here. Let me just set the stage for you, though, for what's happened since I last recorded.
Okay.
Number one, we created SoursNFT.com, which is our actual fake landing page for the NFT project. It's got all these cute Candyland fake NFTs that don't exist.
You know, I'm not gonna lie to you, this already looks a million times better than fucking Logan Paul's fucking CryptoZoo animals. Like, I can imagine an artist actually making that, right? Not fucking a tiger elephant fucking photoshopped together. It's fucking bullshit. This is actually quite nice. I'm not saying I would buy it, but at least it looks a little bit more believable. Or at least it looks like some effort went into this.
Now, the idea is this is what he's initially going to promote. And then I also created our little switcheroo website, which is just a website with all his previous transgressions. Now, I did talk to some people who were a bit concerned that maybe I hadn't fully been transparent with Dillon. That maybe I should be more transparent with Dillon about what's going on, so he doesn't say I trapped him in this whole thing.
There we go.
So what I decided
Entrapment.
to do,
Yeah,
just
I
to
thought
make
so.
sure we cover our bases here, is I drew up a contract for Dillon to sign before this whole thing goes live.
Yeah, but if the contract is like a false... So if the contract doesn't say the actual intent, then it doesn't really do anything, does it?
To him. And in it, I lay the whole thing out. And
Okay.
this is what I meant by headwinds. This is where he probably will catch us. Because in black and white, I lay out our whole scheme right in front of him. So it literally says, like, you're going to be the butt of the joke. It says people aren't doing due diligence. It says that we're going to be switching the website to show his prior promotions. So we lay out the whole thing there. And what we're really banking on is he's not going to read any of this. He's just going to...
He's not gonna read any of that. You're fucking right. You know why? Because as I said before, no one fucking reads this. I mean, I'm sorry, but if you read the terms and conditions of any contract, I fear you. I fear you. I would not sleep in the same room as you because I don't know if you'd fucking smother me in my sleep. Who in this generation reads contracts? No one. And I'm cringing already because I know he will tweet this. I know he will. There is no way in God that he will actually read this. There is no way. If he does, is there something that I can actually eat as a bet? No, there isn't. I'm not even. Ooh, no, that's my dog's treat. I'm not gonna do that. No, I'm not gonna bet you in anything, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to do it.
Gonna see money and just sign it, which is the whole point of this entire thing. So I think it fits. Hopefully we don't end up sabotaging our own project by double checking, covering our bases here. But either way, that's what's going on. Also, ZachXBT finished finding all the scams of this guy. So we're gonna go back to the studio and check those out.
It's a little cyberpunk world.
And
It's like cyberpunk world is so cool that he created. Quite like it. I approve, boys and girls.
We have the results from ZachXBT. He found over 20 projects that Dillon promoted and then tried delete.
Wow. You really need to be educated on this. BUSD daily payouts. The NFT I'm backing right now is MetaThugs. I love how he's saying the NFT I'm backing right now. As in like, oh yeah, like I know a week ago I could have sworn that this other coin is gonna make you rich, but don't worry. Because this time I'm fucking backing this one. And Mega Thugs, right, is gonna sell out like crazy. Like I'm so sure that this is the 19th fucking scam I'm promoting, and this is, I can feel it in my bones, boys and girls. And the fact is that people actually fall for this. It's brilliant. It's so sad, but at the same time, I'm like, if you're that stupid to fall for it again and again and again, it's really hard to have empathy for you. You know what I mean? Am I being too harsh? I don't think so.
Leading, where many of them were rug pulls and scams. It was at this point he just gave up looking for more because there were so many. So we added those to the website, but I'm sure many of you are also curious about what's going on with Dillon Danis. So we're going to go check back in with our liaison, Oompa, because at this point, the whole thing is set up and it's all just resting on whether he does any due diligence or not. Let's see what happens. Tell us where we're at with Dillon.
So he seems to have taken the bait. There's one final step. Obviously, we have to get him to make the tweet. You just sent $10 to him, right? Just to
I wanted to bait him so that we can send the contract, and he's going to be like waiting for the money. What now? I mean, is he responding?
He said sounds good, and then shortly after he said got it, to saying that he got the $10 we sent as a test for his transaction.
Now comes the actual moment of truth. We're about to send the contract.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Sending it. All right, and then I'm sending the drive link.
I mean, we've sent the contract now. We're just waiting. We're literally waiting.
Dillon. Oh, I agree, bro. I agree.
Of course he did. Like, oh, Dillon, you dick. You're such a dick. Oh, this is gonna create anxiety for me on every fucking contract I'm reading now. Oh, well, to be fair, I haven't done anything bad, so yeah, maybe not. But yeah, still, fuck.
What a idiot.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, he agreed. And you might notice that we weren't actually able to use DocuSign and get his signature because it was experiencing outages at the moment, the actual website. But we were able to just have him do a written agreement in DMs that he agreed to our terms. And although it was very shocking that he actually did it, I have to be honest, it was here that the pressure really ramped up because at this point, I paid Dillon $1,000 and now we're just waiting for him to post. And I'm really worried that what if he reads the document in that time and realizes what's going on? But that's when Dillon gave us a lucky break, but also gave us a few curveballs. Okay, big news, boys. A little update. Ahead of schedule. By the way, my heart, like, I cannot take this. I was already telling Oompa, I was like, we have to just go forward with this because I'm not ready. I cannot take all the suspense. And Dillon texted us, hey, should I just go ahead and tweet? So we're just going to say yes. Go ahead and tweet.
Just refreshing now, I guess. See what he says.
There's been so much work that goes into this. You guys didn't see this off camera. Dillon starts talking about where's your community? So we have to whip up this community from nowhere. Our community doesn't exist. We had to create a Twitter profile. We had to buy a bunch of botted followers.
An hour ago, it didn't exist.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever been so excited about something in my life. Please, dude. Come on, Dillon.
He tweeted it.
I can't believe he did it.
He actually did it. He just tweeted it.
What an idiot. What? I can't believe it. What can I say? He promoted a tweet which literally spells out in first letters the word scam. I hope this has been highly educational for you guys, that most of these influencers do zero work vetting these projects, contracts, and NFTs. If you enjoyed our work, please consider becoming a patron. High effort investigative journalism like this takes a long time and a lot of setup, but I think you'll agree it's worth it. I also want to give a big thanks to both Oompaville and Zach XBT who helped me pull this off. Please go follow them because they're helping us get to the point where influencers will wonder when they take these deals in the future, am I agreeing to be the butt of a joke? And of course, the answer to that question when you're shilling NFTs is always yes. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Dude, like, at the back of my head, I knew this was gonna happen. Because no one reads the terms and conditions. Everyone just sees the money first. Of course, Dillon, as we know now, has agreed to fucking tons of these before. So there was no reason to assume that he's gonna not agree to this one. But to see it happen, and then not to mention, can you imagine when his followers click on that link and then a page comes up about why Dillon is a dickhead, basically and essentially. I feel like if this happened to me, or if I was in his shoes, I would wanna just fucking dig my own grave and just fucking disappear from the world because I could not look anyone in the face ever again. Is there any more? Oh, there is something in comments on this story. And I said the following. Ooh. Complete lie. He changed the website completely and lied about the project he was describing. Literally completely changed the original website, sent or deleted it. It was in the terms and condition, my friend. It was there. All you had to do was fucking read it. I guess you've been punched in the face one too many times. Why is this so cringy? When asked about the contract he signed laying out the details of what happened, Dillon Danis did not respond further for comment. I hope that £1,000 was worth it for you, man. I hope you bought some nice new shoes or whatever the fuck you bought, because holy shit. You know when you see something really shit happen to someone and you kind of feel like it's happening to you? Yeah, that's the kind of phase I'm in right now. Anyway, it's really fucking late and I'm traveling tomorrow, so thank you so much for watching. Like the video if you did and subscribe to the channel for more awesome videos in the future. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.